For polynomials question, you're gonna analyze what they are giving us, right? For it is given that fx equals to x cubed plus ax squared minus 3x plus b, where a and b are constants, has a factor of x plus 2 and leaves a remainder of 30 when divided by x minus 3. So let's break it down together, okay? When I say I have a factor of x minus 2, it means I'll have to equate x plus 2 to be 0. Why? If it's a factor, that means the remainder is 0. Hence, I'll equate it to 0, and x is negative 2. For this, it leaves a remainder of 30 when divided by x equals to 3. Then you're gonna make x equals to 3 and you'll leave a remainder of 30. Okay, find the values of a and b. Now, I will be doing simultaneous equations because I know two factors. Sorry, I know a factor and I know something else, so I could plug it in. Okay, so fx okay, whenever you see find a and b, it's always simultaneous because there are two unknowns. Okay, I'm gonna be substituting x to be minus 2. Okay, y minus 2. You see, x plus 2 must sub in minus 2. Okay, plus I don't know a, right? So I leave it alone first. Don't know b, leave it alone. Okay, and I know that since it is a factor, I will equate it to 0. Okay, that will give me 4a plus b minus 2 equals 0. I'll bring the constant over. 4a plus b equals to 2. Now, it will be my equation 1. Okay, next one, I will sub in f to be 3 because x minus 3 is here. Okay, x minus 3, I sub in x to be 3. Okay, okay, now I'll equate it to 30. Why was I equated to 30? Because of this thing. Remainder of 30 means equate it to 30. When I say it's a factor, I will equate it to 0. Okay, it give us 9a plus it gives 9a plus b plus 18 equals 30. I'll bring everything over to make b the subject of the formula. Sorry, 12 minus 9a. This will be my equation 2. Okay, now I'm gonna sub equation 2 into equation 1 to do my simultaneous equation. You could do elimination, but I don't really like lah. I prefer doing substitution. So 4a plus 12 minus 9a. Since this is a plus, right, I can put brackets if I want to. If I don't want to put brackets, it's okay. But if it's a minus, you die must put brackets, okay? Okay, now I put lah to show you all, okay? Sorry. So there's no b anymore because I sub it in already. So it will be 2. Yeah, so 4a minus 9a. Where's my calculator? We give you minus 5a. 12 bring over. Minus 10. A will be 2. Next thing, sub A equals 2 into equation 2. We can find B. Okay, and B will be minus 6. So I know my values of A and B. 4 marks. Now, I'm going to factorize fx into 3 linear factors. So let's take a look at fx, okay? So fx has a power of 3. Because 3 is the highest power. Hence, I cannot factorize. I cannot complete the square. So what do? Okay, write part B here. So let's write fx down again. Now, in my question, it is said that fx has a factor of x minus 2. So we can use this to our advantage. Okay, factor of x plus minus 2. So we can use this one as an advantage. So I know that equals to x plus 2, because it's a vector, right? Then I'll put it into a general form. Okay, now I have to find my unknowns A, B, and C. Now we can compare the coefficient of x squared. X here like that. Okay, so x, I know that my A would be 1 because I compare what, right? I compare A, here is 1, right? So 1 and A gives me 1 here. So by observation, my A is 1. Okay, now let's take a look at C, because C is a constant. Here is a constant term. Here is also a constant term. So let's take a look at this one. Okay, C. So what's the constant? Constant is 6. The constant is 6, right? So I know that if my constant is 6, 2 times C, 2 is from here, C is from here, 2C will be equals to minus 6. Hence, my C will be minus 3. Okay? Just gonna shift it here. So, my C is minus 3. Next, I want to find B. Now, let's look at the common links that we could use to find B. Okay, so B is a bx power of bx is 1. So this I can compare with which one? X can compare with bx to give me x squared. Next, 2 can compare with ax squared to give you x squared. Are we clear? So now we know already, so let's write it down. If you cannot visualize, 2x squared and bx squared. So let's equate it together. So comparing coefficients of x squared b plus 2 will give me 2. My 2 came from here. My 2 came from here, because this is the coefficient of x squared. Okay, where did I get my b from? B is my coefficient of x here when I compare it with x, because it's an invisible 1 here, what? Yeah. Next, where did I get my 2 from? Where did I get my 2 from? I got my 2 from here. Okay. 2x. Okay, 2x squared. Okay, you have a 2 here with your a. Because I know my a is 1. Technically, what am I doing, right? Technically, it's 2 times 1. Because my a is 1. I already found my a already, so I sub it in. Okay. Now, I'll be solving this. Very easy. B will be 0. So, let's simplify it again. I know my A, B, and C. I can plug it back inside. So my A is 1, so you give me x squared. B is 0, don't have anything. Anything times 0 it cancels out. C is minus 3, so it's a square minus 3. Now they say they wanted 3 linear factors. I only have 2. But let's see, actually, right, I can factorize this because the question says, right, using certs when necessary, and they want 3 linear factors. So I can factorize this. This one, you have your rules, right? Minus b squared, it give you a plus b, a minus b. Hence, x plus root 3, x minus root 3. Because what we are doing here, right, it's x squared minus root 3 squared. Then we can do this. Okay, so now these are your linear factors.